So about 10 days ago, I was at the San Jose airport in Costa Rica on my way back from a week's holidays, reconnecting with an old boy, army buddy from 37 years ago. We hadn't seen each other, and it was a fantastic event. We call it the Men's Summit of 2026. But while I was at the airport, I had about 3.5, 4 hours before it was time to board the flight, so I like to walk around. So I was walking around the airport, pushing my little carry-on with wheels on it, just taking in the scenes, different shops and food places and all that. And at one point I saw this big dude, about 20, 30 feet up ahead of me, sitting down. Yeah, he was jacked. So when I got up to him, pushing my little cart there, my little carry-on, I just stopped. He's sitting down. I look over at him and I say, "You want to go?" Well, this dude's big. He's got 20, 25 pounds of solid beef on me, and probably about 20 years younger. He just looks at me, and he, rightfully so, starts laughing. So I start to make my way again, and he says, "Nah, we're good." And I just stop. I turn around, I look at him, and I say, "Thanks, man. I appreciate you." And just continue on with my day there. So by the time I got back to my gate area, where all the seats are, I'm walking to get a seat, and I see him again. Yeah, this dude's on the same flight as I am. So I go up to him and I express my appreciation for how he handled my challenge to him, and it was a very, very nice conversation. But I sat down for a moment and introduced myself, and he introduced his girlfriend Eva and himself, Tony, and I said, "Listen, man, I don't mean to be weird or creepy or anything like that." I said, "But I think you probably have a great story. I have a channel called Jack Geezer on YouTube. It's been about fitness and these challenges that I would do and all that, but I want to make it more inspirational. I want to tell stories. I want to tell some great stories about people. And it doesn't have to be all fitness or weightlifting related, or, but it's got to be something, where people make a turnaround. They bring some inspiration to the world with what they've done." And I was wondering, would you be interested, if I asked you, would you be interested in doing a video with me? Tony, he says, absolutely he would. But the big value I really got out of this whole interaction is, there's all kinds of people out there. It's great to make connections. There's a weird way to make a connection, I know that. But I never said it was normal, so it's how I roll sometimes. When I got home, I'm sorry I missed this part, but I gave Eva my phone so she could put all of Tony's contact information on there. And he had a lot of social media stuff on there. Well, it turns out Tony's quite an interesting character. He's an engineer by trade, but also he's an accomplished, he's in music. He's an accomplished musician. He writes music. The guy's a well-rounded dude. I love making new connections like that. But while I was at the airport, still at the airport, after I got done speaking with Tony and Eva, I went to the restroom, and then I came out, and then I just stood between the men's and women's, right in the center, looking out and watching people go by. And everyone that went by, I would look at them, hoping for eye contact. And then Most people, they're not looking at you. They'll just keep going. Great. And then some people will glance at you and then look away and keep going. Even better. Some people will glance at you, look away, and then glance back in to make sure that you're not still looking at them. Yeah, that happens quite a bit. But you are, which makes it very uncomfortable for them. They just keep going. And then some people, you look at them, they look at you, you smile, and they smile right back at you. I think, and again, it's just my opinion, but I think all of us are pretty much starving for more connection in our lives. And I feel blessed when I come across people like Tony and Eva, and we were able to make a connection. However brief it is, it's a real blessing. Stay blessed out there, y'all.